Hello, welcome and welcome back to A Day Full of Budgets. I sounded quite surprised when I started that, didn't I? Hello. Anyway, hi. Today I'm checking in for week 2. Sorry, I had to think then, of October. I've got a handful of change. So my husband has literally just left for work. So I've got half an hour before I start dinner, or I need to start dinner. So I thought I'll quickly do my check-in. So I was setting everything up and he was like, oh, I've got a load of change in my bag. And literally just gave me this. So let's add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the coins we've already got there. 5p will go in my 5p jar. So 20s, 10s and 50s go in my purse just for any kind of, when you might need a little bit of change or something like that. Sort of build that up. And then I've got a 5p, 2p, 1p jar, which I don't track. I just build it up till it's full and then I empty it. Yeah, that's literally it. So let's go through the envelopes. So health and beauty, we haven't spent. I need to. I should have, but I haven't. Time for us. £15 has gone from in here. Some of the changes here. This morning we were at my son's football. It's at a sort of community recreation ground. And in there, call it clubhouse, community centre, whatever. Somebody was in there making bacon, sausage and egg muffins. So me and my husband had one. We had taken our own like teas and coffees with us, and we're taking like a little snack. So we went and had one of those. It was absolutely delicious, and it was so big. And it was really cheap, so that was good. There's £5 in notes left in there. My self-care, nothing. Family fun, we haven't spent any of this week. No, I did. I walked to the co-op with my middle son because we were walking the dog, and I had to go to the cash machine to try and get some cash for the cash stuff in. I'd missed the post office, it closed, so I had to get just out the wall. I said, there's a £5 while I was using the machine. I said, you go in and get something. And he came out, he was like, no, there's nothing really I want. We've made a cake, we've made scones, we've got yogurts, we've got ice cream. I don't need anything else. I was like, okay, fair dues. Food money is still here. So there's 15 there and then £10 in miscellaneous. So we'll put those to the back, we'll put them outside. So I already had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coins, and then we've just acquired another 6 coins. So that's 11 in coins, and 10, 25, 36. All right? Yeah, I think so. Right, just done a little thumbnail there, hopefully, maybe, don't know. Right, I dropped my phone on my mat. I'm hoping it will come out. Anyway, let's get rid of this cash. It's going to get loads into my leftover binder today, which is great. So I want to get a lot of these finished before the end of the year. There's a couple more I want to try and get through before the end of the year as well, because this is going to be done slightly differently in 2026. So let's just do the little witchy hat at 5. I can't believe how quickly we are whizzing through October already. We're actually already talking about when the Christmas decorations are going to go up. Oh dear. We're massive into Christmas, so they do go up in November. So right, Christmas, we'll put 5 in. Yeah. And let's colour the rest of this one. So that's 1, and then number red's running out. It's fine on like laminate, but on paper. Yeah. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, that's right. Perfect. This doesn't need anything. So I think everything could probably get a little bit of an extra this time, I reckon. Should be nice. So let's try 3 in here. Where's my pen here? So cozy candles from Wednesday Plans. So 1, 2 and 3. Oh, I've just drawn myself. No. that's not coming off. So what have we got in here? 4. Got 1, 5. Anyway, that's got 5s, that's got 5s. Do you know what? I know I've just marked that off, but I'm actually going to work from the back again because it's got the notes. I've done this last week, didn't I? Right, so the licer will put 3 in here. So 1, 2 and 3. And hopefully by the time I get to the front, yeah, we've got enough notes. So that's 20 in there. Yeah, 23 to top up my licer. So pick your fancies. You can do, if I do 2 in here, I can then swap it for that 10, can't I? So let's do 1 and 2. And then, yeah, let's do that. That sounds like a good plan. And that 10. This is 15 in there now. Amazing. And then this has not got any coins in. I think maybe do these 2, put 4 in. So 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 9 in there now. And the top row is done. Oh, it's going behind apparently. It's very cute. So then we can finish You Are My Sunshine. So it just needs another 2. Oh, green. I'll just grab that. How are you? How has your week been? How's your weekend been? It's gone by really quickly this week and this weekend. So let's take these out and put in a 5. There we go, got 20. That's complete. Let's just do a little, might use that as a thumbnail. Don't know. I'll see. Yeah, my daughter stayed at a friend's house, a cheer friend, and she slept over, which is very exciting in her house because it's not something that she does. She's not a sleepover girly. So actually it was a huge deal for her to stay over. So I'm very chuffed for her. So what have we got left? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd quite like to get this one done this month because I just want like a nice, quick, easy sort of saver. So actually, if we do, 2, 2, 3 and 3. How many have I got left? 1, 2, 3. I've only got 3 left. So let's do 4, 3 and 3. And then I'm going to stick a 5 in here. So actually I could have started from the front and put the coins in, but never mind. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So that's got 7 in there now. Yeah, let's see if we can finish that one as well. We're going to start and finish it in the same month. Right, pumpkins. So let's give pumpkins the 4 because these are 2s. So we're going to do 2 pumpkins. That's a nice little boost to this binder. 1, 2, 3 and 4. But yeah, I'm definitely going to have to come and swap some of these coins out. I had to swap out coins in my binder for some notes because my son's football, they have to pay their subs every week now, whereas I used to pay like, you know, I don't know, 20, 30 quid every so often. But now they want like £2 a week. So I've now had to set up a little football subs pile of coins, and I didn't have enough. So I have been through my main binders and took coins out. So I might go through and take coins out here to make it easier to cash stuff. my savings challenges, because there's loads of coins in here now. Right, we've got 3 and 3. Perfect, I crossed off 3. Okay, so we're going to do 1, 2 and 3. Yeah, so I was saying my daughter managed a sleepover, so she was very pleased with herself, and she had a lovely time. She's really gelled with this little girl. I think just because they're very similar, yeah, and they just get on really well. So I'm so pleased for her. She's had a bit of a difficult week this week, so actually to finish the weekend like that is perfect for her. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, like I definitely took sleepovers with the boys like for granted, like with the difficulties that she has. Yeah, she misses out on a lot because she just can't quite do it. But anyway, Cozy Candles got 3, as did Etsy Spend. So they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, both now on 7. Which, yeah, I'll come through and swap out with some notes at some point. So that's good. So, and she was there from 11 o'clock, 1:30 yesterday until 11 o'clock today. So she was there for quite a period of time as well, which is really good. Oh, I forgot to say at the beginning, I've got Happy Mail. So what I'll do is I'll just go through my digital spending through my binder. So food and household. I had to buy a few householdy bits this week, so we did go slightly over. So on my voucher, and also on my gift card. So let me start from the beginning. At the beginning of the month, I bought a £400 gift card for my food shopping. So £100 for each week from Tesco's, because they had like on Jam Donut. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. On Jam Donut, they had a big like boost of their cashback percent. For me, it went up to like 6%. Now I know it varies where you are on your percentages. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to get that. It's like £24 cashback. So I've tried to use like £100 a week or just under, but this week I used more. But I used more because I had to buy lots of other things that didn't necessarily come from food. Like I needed to buy batteries, which were for work. I needed to buy something else. Health. I can't remember now. But anyway, so I've put that money into the cash pot from the cash pot it should have been spent with. So actually the amount I've got on my voucher is now a lot less, but what I've got in cash is a lot more. So then I can buy a further voucher at the end of next week. Does that make sense? It makes sense in my head. I know what I've done, but it's then hard to show what I've actually spent and what I've got left. So yeah, but I do know that I have gone slightly over the 132 that we had in the bank. I do know that. Anyway, I'm going to put, so we've still technically got 32 from the money that I've added. Yeah, I know it doesn't make sense, but don't worry, it does make sense to me, so it's fine. We'll skip that. Fuel, so husband used a little bit. Where's my placeholders gone? Right, so I need to swap that for a 10. So that's just for travel, fuel and charging. Family fun is cash. I'm just going to have a sip of water. My throat's gone a bit scratchy. There we go. So my self-care. Oh, I went and had my eyebrows done. Which was 35. So I need to have 45 in here. So 20, 40. So I'm leaning to get placeholders. So 45. Time for us. Nothing. School. Nothing. Clothes. Nothing. Did I spend in school? No. Health and beauty. Yes. So I moved that into the food pot. Kids. Yes. So I bought stuff. You know when you just kind of buy stuff for the kids. So I got like a phone holder for my son's bike. I've got randomly a set of goggles and a beach ball for when we go to Paris, because I've got a nice swimming pool. And got some like bonnets. So I can now Dutch braid, which is what she has to have for her cheer hair. So what a lot of people do is do it the night before and then put like a silk bonnet on. I ordered some on Amazon, but they're too big, so I've had to send them back. I can't remember whether the money that I've taken out of here accounts for the refund. I don't think it does. Anyway, I'm going to take £30 out of here. I've taken it all from kids because I don't really know where else to take it from. Yeah, so we just took it out of kids, but I think I'll need to put like £6 back into this because I had to send where's the best to get like place to get like silk bonnets from, because the ones on Amazon are just massive. I don't know. Anyway, clubs, of course we've overspent in clubs again, so we have spent 47.50 we've spent. That was for my middle son's gym membership, a Christmas party for cheer at Christmas, obviously. And then, yeah, I took £5 in cash, converted it into coins, which come out here as well. But I'm going to be cash stuff in to make up that balance in a minute. I don't know why my throat's gone really, really scratchy. Anyway, school food. Gosh, my daughter is getting through some food at school. It's quite irritating. School food is so expensive. But she doesn't eat sandwiches. Although she's now realised that she likes bagels again, because she's had bagels at her friend's house, and now she's like, I want bagels. So it's like, fine, you can have bagels, but I bought them before and then nobody ate them. Anyway, she's going from her banana phase to her bagel phase. So yeah, £45 left in school food. Gonna have to rethink this envelope, I think, at the rate that they are spending food in school. Home, we have spent some money in here. So I've got £45 left. What have I got here? 80, so 35 on, what did we buy? We got paint for the decking, like non-slip paint, because I've just cleaned it with my new power washer, jet washer, pressure washer, all the same thing. Yeah, and it now needs to be protected before the bad weather comes. So we've got 45 left in there. We need to build this up to pay for the pressure washer, which is on the credit card at the moment, but that's fine. Pets, nothing. Nothing in any of these. No. So the other things that I have spent on is work. Oh, so you'll see on here I've done a little update. So I have done my accounts for 24-25. So I have worked out how much tax that I need to pay in January, because I was getting a bit panicky that I hadn't saved enough, because I've had to pay additional costs out for software. I wasn't sure, but I've looked at like what my husband's working this month and then what he's already worked, because we're kind of a couple of months behind him working, if you know what I mean. So the work he's doing now, I'll see in our December budget. So yeah, it's going to be fine. So that's relief. So I've paid for my Microsoft, which I should have done some research and looked into, because I would have been able to get it cheaper, but I was lazy and I didn't. So yes. So I'd already saved 100. It was 105. I've taken the £5 out of my interest buffer pot. So I've got a pot in my Monzo where if I've kind of paid for bills or something and I've rounded it, and then I move that into like my interest buffer pot. So I've just taken that from there, and that £100 has come out. So I've got enough for my business insurance, and I'm working on tax. So I've paid that. I've updated my beautiful dashboard made for me with love from Jen at Budgets and Dreams, and I love it. So yeah, so I was working out, although I've just noticed, look, I put 2062. So I was working out how much I'd need to save, because I'm starting on my 2026 budget, and I like looking at how much I need each week for like lots of different categories. So I'd worked out I'll need £70. Now my software's gone up and I've written 2062. Will I be alive in 2062? Who knows? Probably not. Anyway, oh, do you know what else I've done this week? I've done my first purchase for Christmas, and it's not a Christmas present, it's Christmas food. So they had some legs of lamb, like a whole leg of lamb. I don't know why I'm doing that, but it was massive. And I got it for £27, which I know is still so ridiculously expensive for meat, but it is in the freezer and it will be fine for Christmas. So I've taken that out of the Christmas pot, which I haven't shown you. I'll show you, what's the time? No, I'll show you in my next video when I stuff it, what I've done with Christmas. And then the other thing that I've paid is my school fine. So if you have been a follower of my channel for a while, thank you. But if you're new, we took our daughter out of school just before the summer holidays to have a week's holiday in Crete. So my boys had both finished their exams. They were in year 13 and 11 at the time, so they'd finished school. So we took her out. The school said that they have to put forward us for a fine. I was like, that's fine. Well, they only put me forward for the fine and not my husband, so we've only had one fine in, not two, and so I've paid one lot of £80, so that's all right. The other £80, I was like, oh, that's great, I can cash deb it. However, at the end of last month when I zeroed out my bank, there was one pot that I didn't add to, so this month I'm going to be a little bit short, so I'm probably going to have to use that £80 to top up that digital pot that I missed. You know, life happens, things happen like that, and that's okay. So yeah, I cash stuffed a bit too much last month to what I should have had. So yeah, so I'm just that £80 is probably just gonna fill that pot. Happy Mail. Let's do a little bit. Oh, hold on. Let me do those that way. Let me move that tray. So yes, when was it? A couple of weeks ago. I had a little shopping flurry, which is unlike me, but I do it occasionally. Again, we're all human. I had a little bit of Etsy money anyway, and then I've done some extra work, and yeah, anyway. So I've got these two, and then I've got one more bit that is due to come, and then that's all my Happy Mail done. So from Stu, I can't get it out. It's stuck. I don't want to turn it over because it's got my address on. Hold on. I'm just gonna do this. Something stuck. There we go. I'll move the envelope out. So I have opened it because I'm way too impatient. It came on maybe Thursday, and I haven't recorded since like last Tuesday. So yeah, I wasn't waiting. So I got an Oopsie bundle from Studio Budgets. And I'll show you what's in there. So they're £4 on her website. So I've got a little spent Christmas edition. I've got a Risk the Six, which I've already got one. So if anybody would like a Risk the Six, let me know. You can have that. I've got Health here, which yeah, can use for something. Home renovations. We need some decking for the garden. So if I add another 0. This might work. However, this has got 550, so I've got an emergency one like this in her another whoopsie bundle that I got, and it totals 550. Although actually my husband said we need to save about £500 for something in the house or in the garden. Actually, yeah, no, I could use this. So the roof on one of the sheds has gone and it's leaking. He's done like a temporary repair to get us through the winter, but he said to DPM it. Is that the right? I don't know. Something like that. He'd need about £500 to like redo the roof. The shed is more like an office studio-y type building, like a log cabin. It's not damp or anything, but a couple more winters and it will be. So actually, I could use that for that. Anyway, move on. Spending, I don't know how many is there, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. I could use that for something. And then Love is in the Air, and that each cloud saves 100. I think it's probably an upsie because it's that not very bright. I don't really know why that's an upsie. So yeah, that can go in like the February season. So that's what I got for my £4 whoopsie bundle. And then the reason I went on her website was I saw on Budget with Kerry had ordered this, And I was like, oh my God. You know when you kind of like get in, I don't know what the right phrase is. You get like sucked in with like a show and something like that. Anyway, we watched, oh my Jesus, I can't think now. Brain work. Oh my God, what the hell was this? The Summer I Turned Pretty. That's what the show was. Anyway, we got hooked in it, and Charlotte done a little bundle pack for the Summer I Turned Pretty. And yeah, I saw Kerry had bought it and I was like, oh, didn't know she was doing that. So yeah, in a whim, I just went and was like, oh, I'm going to get one of those. So so this will be completely weird to anybody that's not seen the Summer I Turned Pretty. You'll be like, what? Anyway, it's a trip to cousins. So that was the place that they went every summer, and that was the house. So that will save 110. So, and they all come with an envelope, which is actually really cool. So if nothing else, you get extra envelopes. And then this is all about Belly. So Belly, or Isabella, is the main character. And so yeah, so you've got an actual stomach or belly, and yeah, save whichever. So again, it's got the dashboards on them. And then who said, so I looked at this. So I've only watched the season once and not massively intense. Well, I did watch it intensely, but not from what people said. So I might actually have to ask my daughter if she knows any of these sayings. I think I know one of them, but that's it. And then the other one is, are you a peach lover or totally allergic? And this is relevant to a scene where Belly and Conrad went to the side of the road and got peaches, and yeah, had a moment with peaches. So that is that. So that is what I got from her. So thank you to Charlotte at Studio Budgets. I got a cute bow, which is so nice, definitely going on a binder, and a little thank you card. Can you see the socials there? So she's got a YouTube channel, her own website. She doesn't do Etsy anymore, I don't think, not sure. Anyway, the other mail is from Bethany Budgets. And again, I have opened this. And this is to go towards my 2026 setup. So this I'd had in my Etsy basket for a long time. And I kind of was like, oh, I'm ordering on Etsy. I'm just going to order it. So I have got, let's fold this over. So you've got her lovely card with all of her visuals. And then a thank you card, which I've already got one of those, and I'll use that another one. And then I got, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas to go into my Christmas binder, and I love it. And I got these. So I've got this annual challenge, which I haven't actually opened, so I will open. They're a lot smaller than I thought they might be. I knew they would be small, so I knew they weren't full size. Slightly smaller than I thought, but that's me just not looking. But it's absolutely fine. They still work. And it's a condensed version of her annual challenge, so it's all the same flowers, I believe, which are so nice. But you can pick your own denomination. But what I figured, I'm really into like dice rolling and letting the dice decide what to choose. Like I've got quite a few of Essex Cash Stuffins challenges like that. So what I figured I'd do is every week in the month, I would roll the 20-sided dice. And I was even thinking of rolling, you know, the like 0 to 100 side dice, and then I was like, don't be stupid. So yeah, my 20-sided dice, and then that would determine how much I'll save each month, because my leftover binder is going to be done slightly differently going into the new year. So I just thought they were so cute. So yeah, so they will go into that, and then my Christmas dashboard is also going to go in when I do my 2026 setup for Christmas. So yeah, so that's what I got for my happy mail for this week. So this could even be a thumbnail, who knows, but that's what I've got. Anyway, that's my check-in done. Hope you have a lovely week. I am going to go and put the dinner in. I've decided to cook a curry today, so I'm going to go and put that in now, and then I might come back and do my cash stuff in on a Sunday. How organised am I? Yeah, while it's cooking, before we have the cheer run tonight. My husband's at work, and yeah, my middle son will be gaming, so yeah, keep you occupied. Anyway, have a great week, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.